Remember on the previous episode where we talked about phone phreaking, hackers, and their malicious activities back in the 1960s? Well, this was right around the time when Kevin Mitnick would be born and later become the most famous person for his technical skills and capabilities. Kevin Mitnick was born in California in the year 1963. His parents were divorced when he was still young and he was raised by his mother. Kevin's mother usually worked long hours as a waitress and was never home majority of the time, leaving the young boy bored at home. Kevin was a smart boy at a very young age. It all started when he was 10 years old and he was fascinated about magic and telephone. At the age of 12, he got into social engineering, which is basically human hacking, which mainly exploits trust. He also made use of another method called dumpster diving, which helped him get valuable information about companies. Since his mother was often not home, this gave Kevin a lot of freedom to begin exploring the greater Los Angeles area on his own. One day, an idea struck Kevin and wondered if he could punch his own transfer cards, the bus rides wouldn't cost anything, right? Well, he went out to test his theory. He started out by observing the way the hole punches were formatted on the paper bus transfers and learning how to manipulate them. He went further by dumpster diving near the local bus station depot to find unused transfer slips. After his explorations, one day Kevin got into a bus and sat behind the driver. And when they got to the next stop, the driver stopped the bus and looked behind. Is when Kevin saw an opportunity to social engineer him. Kevin told the bus driver that he is working on a school project and he needs to punch interesting shapes on pieces of cardboard. And the punch that the driver was using on the transfers will be great for him. And Kevin proceeds asking where he could buy one. After carefully listening to Kevin, the driver helpfully directed him to the public transportation supply store where he could buy the kind of punch the driver used for transfer passes. Later that evening, after Kevin got home, he asked his mother for $15, which he used to buy the punch, and Kevin was finally able to ride the LA buses for free. Fast forward, Kevin Midley goes to James Monroe High School. Remember when I said that one of the things that Kevin was fascinated about was magic? Well, in his high school, he met this student who was a magician, but of telephones. Kevin's friend could call a secret number where he could put in a secret code and he can call anywhere in the world like Australia and listen to the time. This got Kevin interested to want to learn how to do such cool things, and that's how Kevin got involved in phone phreaking. Eventually, technology started to grow, and phone companies started evolving in their technologies and becoming more computerized, and that's when Kevin became involved in hacking activities. At this point, Kevin started getting deeper and deeper into hacking activities where he could hack big telephone companies like IBM, Nokia, and Motorola. In the year 1981, when Kevin was 17 years old, he was given a probation for stealing computer manuals from Pacific Bell. And a year later, he was convicted of breaking into University of Southern California computers and jailed for 6 months. As years passed by, Kevin kept on hacking. He became famous in the security and authority world through his 1989 hack, where he stole $1 million of proprietary software and he was sentenced again for 1 year in prison. Things got interesting in the year 1992 when Kevin realized that investigators were investigating him on his hacks. Through his hacking activities, he managed to get access to information of all the agents in his case. He was able to tap into the police radio transmission to know when the police were coming for him. At a certain point, he even left a box of Dunkin' Donuts for FBI agents who he knew would be raiding his apartment, which made the FBI agents even more angry. In the next 3 years, Kevin was a fugitive, which forced him to change his name to the alias Eric Ways. At this time, Kevin was among the FBI's most wanted hacker. He was eventually caught in the year 1995 at an apartment in Raleigh, North Carolina. In 1999, after spending 4.5 years in pre-trial custody, Mitnick pled guilty and spent a grand total of 5 years in prison. Kevin was later released on January 21, 2000, and ever since, he had been working to help protect the interests of people from cybercriminals. Later, he started his company called Mitnick Security Consulting. In an unfortunate event, Kevin Mitnick died in the year 2023 from pancreatic cancer when he was weeks away to turning 60 years. Rest in peace, Kevin Mitnick. Thank you very much for listening to this episode. My name is Karim Chata, and see you on the next one.